will see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Helen's here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Spreading truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Helen's here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Helen's here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong. Together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justin's heart and your support. Together we will hold the fort. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Good to see all of you pearls in here. Today is January 22nd, 2025. It is currently 4:10 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello, my beautiful pearls. It's good to see you all. There is some breaking news coming in right now out of Nashville. Currently, there is a school pew pew, and not good, not good. I just do want to give out a warning that this may be very, it is, not will be, it is very disturbing. If you are sensitive to these kind of things, this may not be your part of the stream. We are going to be speaking about Summer Wells later in this live, and a case, Jennifer Wicks and her daughter as well. They are trying to ban cell phones in the schools in my area. They should not do this until it is top notch. I agree. I agree. Thank you so much, Gypsy Doll. Really do appreciate you. Welcome to the family. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support, Gypsy Doll. Welcome. Let me just give you a kind of a rundown on what's going on here. Uh, bear with me one second. Oops, one sec. We got a JG Wentworth commercial here. JG Wentworth. One moment, guys. Sorry. Pardon me. Sorry about that. I'm burning up. Sorry. Okay. So let me pop this up and we will go from here. This is Antioch High School on lockdown. 2 people confirmed dead, 1 stable, is what News Channel 5 is reporting currently. It's terrible that we live in a time um, where kids are being mowed, kids, teachers, staff, faculty are being mowed down for an education. For an education. This is the Antioch High School. So it's Nashville, Tennessee. 2 students are confirmed deceased. 1 student was injured after a school pew pew inside Antioch High School on today. According to police, 2 students were pew pewed by another in the cafeteria. The pew pewer then turned the GUN on himself. 1 female student and the pew pewer are deceased. The perpetrator unalived, which is a student, unalived himself. Bear with me. I apologize, guys. Okay, apologize for that. The TBI and the Tennessee Highway Patrol are now on the scene to assist the Metro Nashville Police Department investigator. Around 2,000 students attend this Antioch High School. MNPD Chief John Drake said the student pew pewer hasn't been identified yet. Quote, the investigation is ongoing. We are not sure if it was targeted or intended for other people. Our homicide detectives are actively investigating this. The student arrived on the bus Wednesday morning. He went into the bathroom to retrieve his weapon before the school pew pew happened. The active person who did this call came in at 11:11 local time this morning. We know at 11:09 a.m. a person who has been identified as a 17-year-old started firing into the cafeteria. One female student has died. The other is in stable condition at Vanderbilt University Medical Center. MNPD spokesperson Dan Aaron said 2 student resource officers were in the building at the time of the unalivings happened, but were not in the cafeteria. The school has protective film on the glass and video security that is supposed to detect GUNS. Sure didn't that time, did it? Metal detectors weren't present in the high school. Federal partners are doing a trace on the pistol, which was the uh, perpetrators. Multiple rounds were fired inside the school. The investigation is ongoing as to a motive. Drake said, quote, there are some materials on the internet that's under investigation. We will continue the investigation that will go on in the wee hours of the morning. An additional student was injured, but not from the GUN wound. Aaron said that he had a facial injury from a fall of wearing his glasses. Beginning at 2:15 p.m., they will be running regular bus routes leaving from the reunification site at 3754 Murfreesboro Pike. So that's where the unification site is happening, beginning at 2:15 local time. So it's already happened. They will begin running regular bus routes leaving for the reunification site at 3754 Murfreesboro Pike. Any students who usually take the bus to school will be delivered home on the regular routes if they haven't already been picked up. Students who drove to school will be brought back to Antioch High School to get their car once police have cleared the parking lot. Students who walk to school will be taken by MNPS transportation back home if their parents don't pick them up first. Students who are car riders can be picked up at 3754 Murfreesboro Pike. Tiffany Brooks, a grandparent at this of one of the students at AHS, said she lived near the school. She says, I don't have time to cry. I have to figure out where she's at, end quote, Brooks said. I get the kids to school. I work from home. I am the go to. Tonight, when it's all over with, I will lay in bed and I will cry. I can't right now. I have to make sure everyone is good. It's going to feel good to hug her. Those other parents needing information about the reunification program can call 615-401-1712. The Antioch community will gather Wednesday night at 3105 Hamilton Church Road at Hamilton Church. The vigil will start at 6:30 p.m. Let's see here if they did anything on this one. Members of the Metro Nashville Public School Board, this morning, we are heartbroken to learn of the tragic unalivings at the high school. Our thoughts and prayers are with the students, educators, families, and the entire Antioch High School community as they navigate the unthinkable event. Okay, I think they might live here shortly. Um, all right, here we go. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate it.
Following breaking news now surrounding a school shooting in Tennessee. Police say 3 students were shot today at Antioch High School, about 30 minutes outside of Nashville. That includes the suspect who shot himself after firing at the others in the cafeteria.
It happened just after 11 a.m. local time. Police posted this photo of the scene just outside the school. They would not say whether the suspect is dead, but they did say there is no longer a threat and that the situation is
It is confirmed too, from what I understand at this point.
currently contained. NBC News law enforcement and intelligence correspondent Tom Winter joins us now. Tom, it is a sad day that we are reporting on yet another school shooting, and it's only January. We know that information is limited, but what do we know first about the students who were shot, and secondly about the suspect?
Sure. So the incident happened about 12:11 Eastern time. The Nashville Police Department is responding to this, has responded to it. They're going to be the lead agency. You see right there some images of them at the school. The incident is believed to be contained now, not expected to go beyond the 3 that you discussed there. 2 of them students. We don't yet have their conditions, nor do we have the conditions on the shooter, who apparently gave himself or gave themselves a self-inflicted gunshot wound after firing upon those other 2 students. There are no indications of any other gunshot injuries. Now, sometimes, considering it's a cafeteria, students are told to run, hide, and fight. So perhaps there are other injuries tied to individuals leaving the cafeteria. We just don't know yet. And we certainly don't have any sort of sense of a motivation. It's just far too early in any investigation for that to come up.
Tom, tell us more about the lockdown and evacuation efforts. The picture of that school does appear to show one atrium, maybe one single point of entry, which we know some schools invested in for this very reason, so they could quickly lock down.
Yeah, so I mean, I think the indications are at this point they're going to go through, make sure there's no other students that have any sort of weapons, make sure that there are no other students that that have any sort of connection to this. Again, it is our indication that this is self-contained, and then at that point, you're going to want to get statements from anybody who was there. That's what investigators are going to be looking at to make sure you get information in case the shooter ends up still alive. You see the buses arriving there, then they're going to want to transport those students to a safer location away from this crime scene, and then be able to reunite those students with family members who are obviously, I'm sure, quite concerned about this incident. That's just kind of the standard procedure that we've developed in this country, and is really the most effective way as far as getting police in to investigate the crime, getting attention to any sort of victims, and getting students who are probably traumatized about this out of there.
Tom Winter with the latest on yet another school shooting. Tom, thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and time.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I apologize. I was going to say this is graphic. So this was actually what happened. Actual video.
No, he shot himself.
Just terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm going to show you the shooting.
At the scene in Antioch at the Reunification Center, talking with parents and students who are now getting back together. Caitlin, what can you tell us?
Just shooting, and then we was all running, and so I tried to help people who was falling on the ground, and the shooter was in the front of the cafeteria, just shooting up, and we ran out the side door.
So you were in the room, same room as the shooter?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the cafeteria.
That must have been good. Was adrenaline kicking in?
It was a bit of rush. I'll try to help somebody while I was running out, trying to save myself too, on the girls on the ground. Then we ran out the side door. I thought I was gonna get shot, but I ran out of there quick.
Okay. Yeah, so you were helping people that were also running out. Were people scrambling over each other? Were teachers in there? What were the people in there?
It was a dean. They was trying to also help people and run out there at the same time too, trying to save as much as they can.
Did you see the shooter?
No, but it was like he was face was covered. I think it was like a flash.
And did you see anyone get shot?
I saw a couple people get shot in the front. It's sad.
Mama, as you're
Probably gonna
hearing
need
this,
some therapy. Yeah.
no, and he's so young too. To hear
Never,
this.
never seen this in actual life. And I'm from Chicago. Of course, it happens all the time. But he's born here. Never saw this. He shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to go through this at school. So hopefully, like I said, security will be put in place.
How many more students were leaving? Like, are still there at the high school? How many more buses of students are probably going to
It's
come in?
including my friend, and there's a lot of people. They're gathering in the auditorium in the gym.
Okay. But there's a lot of students in there right now?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
that's
trying
a very large school. It's about 400 or more students, I would think. Yeah.
So it's going to take a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hear them gathering in the like trying to meet up and greet up, and so they can come here,
Okay.
meet with their family.
What was the emotions in that gymnasium?
It was a bit of fear, like scared where you finna die, and it was a bit of rush, like try to help as much as you can. People were screaming, running, falling on the ground.
How are you now?
I'm fine right now. It was just a lot of rush, like it was out of nowhere. I was getting my food, and then I heard shots in the back, and then everybody ran behind the garbage cans, and then we ran like out the side door, crouching down like this low.
Wow. So it looks like you're still running on that adrenaline right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the first thing you told your mom when all this happened?
I ran when that happened. I was running outside, and then I called her while I was like out of breath.
Yeah.
And I tried to catch
Exactly
myself.
how he sounded out of breath. And I'm like, where are you? And he said, Mom, they're shooting. I'm running. I said, oh my God, just stay low, stay out of sight. I'm on my way. And I just told him I have to go. I was at work. I have to go.
Okay. Well, obviously a lot to process today. What does tomorrow look like for you guys?
That's what parents do whenever their child is missing or in danger. They leave.
At home.
Heal yourself. Get yourself together. Collect yourself.
And just prayers to the victims. Because, you're used to the fights there, but this is a whole another level. Guns.
And there has been people caught with firearms, guns, and stuff, and they did nothing
Wow.
really about it. They just expelled them, but this got too far.
One of the questions during the press conference was if you guys have metal detectors when you enter the school.
Yeah, they had that like on the back door, but
just
they took it off.
expelled
I
them?
don't know why.
So they were able to bring a weapon into school pretty easily through the front door then?
Mm-hmm. Like they had, it's like you can bring a gun or weed in your backpack. No one. They do searches, but it's not like constantly. It's where they can hide a gun in your pocket or something.
Terrible.
Okay. What were police telling you guys in the gymnasium, or what were you kind of hearing from law enforcement?
He looks traumatized.
He was telling us anything we need to know, just let them know. And then we was all gathering up at this station all the way down there. And then we was calling our moms and telling everybody know.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, you guys. We're gonna let you get home and get rested and settled. Yes, warm as well. Thank you so much, you guys. So we're continuing to see those parents be reunited with their kids, family members, friends reunited with their loved ones. As they're kind of coming in, we've seen at least 5 school buses filled with students, and we're hearing that it could take up to several hours to get all these students reunited with their family members. But police and law enforcement are doing their best, as well as MNPS, to get these students reunited back with their families. And we still have, as we've been documenting for the last couple of hours, a full gas station of parents waiting. You can see up on this ridge here, family members still on their phones searching for their loved ones to come in and waiting. There's also family members that we've spoken with that do not, their kiddos do not have cell phones, or their cell phones have died. So it's just kind of waiting to hear from the schools on when they're
Not sure if this is targeted yet or not. This is a student, 17-year-old individual who rang out shots on students, confirmed 2 deceased, 2 injured. One out of the 2 is the perpetrator, the 17-year-old who brought the pew to the school. He or she turned the weapon on themselves.
Students will be returned back home to them. It looks like another bus going back over to fill up with more students there. On this bus, you have the bus driver, and it looks like you also have some Metro police officers as well, maintaining to keep the situation safe and calm as it progresses. I'm going to send it back to you guys, but again, this is a very developing situation in terms of how parents are reuniting with their students, and just as we're learning more information as the day goes on.
Thank you.
Just a really sad state of affairs. I'm just trying to see if there's anything.
At 11:09 a.m.,
This is
a person who has been identified as a 17-year-old, armed with a pistol, fired multiple shots in the cafeteria of the school.
they're going to need to do better. I mean, these schools, like, I think it should be clear backpacks, metal detectors in every school.
The individual wounded 2 other students, one of them fatally, before shooting
Smiley, you know where Antioch High School is?
and killing himself. There is no danger at the school. The police department's SWAT team has cleared the building. We have identified the shooter, again, as I said, a 17-year-old. And the investigation is
17-year-old is named as, bear with me, 17-year-old Solomon Henderson. Solomon Henderson. Don't know if he was bullied or... Okay, here we go. We got a picture. This is his student ID. Uh, 17-year-old Solomon Henderson. 37 minutes ago.
Can't fit in those jeans? Be careful
Right
with
here.
beans.
All right, let's talk about beans, that musical fruit. The more you eat, the more.
San Francisco's kind of like apocalyptic now, you know?
Yeah.
I went
Come on. Oh, God, come on. I don't care about that shit.
there and it's just like people, homeless.
shit.
It's froze. One.
No, he shot himself.
They got that nigga. No, they trying to revive somebody. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, that's
Wow, that's really terrible. Really terrible. Okay, thank you. I see you. I'm not gonna read that because YouTube frowns upon that. Just an FYI. But I will give you the what it I'm gonna read this. He in this he writes that the West has fallen. Billions must, and that it's way too long. He wrote a oh damn, he wrote a big one. There is way oh, there's no way I can show this. No way. He did a 47-page report. 47-page report. So I can give you a link to the news, and it would have it on there. I don't. Tell me if this link populated. It didn't populate, did it? Let me see here. Let's see if I can copy link. It opened? Okay. Okay. It just doesn't look like it on my end. There is a lot of twisted, things out there. And that's definitely one of them. Okay. So moving on. We're going to talk about Summer Wells. Last night I did a live with, or Cher did a live. I didn't do a live. On Summer. And bear with me one second. Summer Wells was 5 years old when she went missing from her Hawkins County school. Bear with me. Why is it not opening? Downloads, open. Okay. Let me see if I can do this.
Thinking of taking your business
Did
online?
a lot of coverage on Summer Wells, and
It's now been 3 months since 5.
I know that a lot of you have asked me to continue the coverage. I'm don't want her to be forgotten.
Year-old Summer Wells was first reported missing from her home in Hawkins County.
The disappearance of little Summer sparked a major search, with hundreds of first responders coming in from all over the nation. News 5's Kristen Kwan has more tonight on the latest news from the investigation.
This prayer garden in Beach Creek was once filled with photos, balloons, and toys for 5-year-old Summer Wells. Now it's mostly empty. It's been 3 months since Summer went missing, but some are still holding on to hope.
I know God's got her in his hand.
It's been 3.5 years now.
And keeping her safe. It's just a matter of when she's coming home.
Jesse Mulvane has organized prayer circles in Kingsport every Saturday evening since the beginning of July.
It was this burden on my heart. God put the burden on my heart to say, hey, we need to do something.
The TBI says they've received more than 1,200 tips, but none of those had led to finding Summer.
At the end of the day, they have to filter through, thousands upon thousands of data bits in order to figure out what that one thing is that may lead to the case being resolved.
The Hawkins County Sheriff's Office declined a request for an interview, but criminologist Alex Del Carmen says as long as the tips keep coming in, law enforcement will keep searching.
Oftentimes now with technology, with DNA, tracing, and with various tools that we have now that we never had, before, there's a likelihood, especially if attention continues to be on the case, that at some point that one lead is gonna lead the investigators to resolve the incident. So that's our hope.
And as the search continues, these signs will continue to pop up, and the prayer gatherings will continue until there's answers.
I believe God's got a miracle coming.
This is Summer Wells' mother, right there, with the short hair, and she has a total of 7 children, and has none of them.
God's got it.
This is a woman named Robin Lane. She goes to
A
the
miracle
church
coming,
that
and God's going to bring her back home. I believe it deep in my heart.
And
put a 1 in the chat if you are familiar with Summer Wells' case. Put a 2 in the chat if you are not, because I do have a little bit of information. Okay. Okay. So I think, yeah, she's a donor, not a mother. Let me just give a little bit of a rundown on Summer Wells' case. Summer Moon Utah Wells, she is a 5-year-old little girl from Hawkins County, Tennessee. This is Summer. This is what she would look like today. She is a missing child from Rogersville, Tennessee. She disappeared on June 15th, 2021 from her family's home in the Beach Creek community in Hawkins County. Summer was 5 years old at the time of her disappearance. Summer was last seen outside her home, where she had allegedly been gardening with her mother and grandmother before going inside to play. Her mother reported that Summer went downstairs to the basement to play with her toys, but when she checked a couple minutes later, she says Summer was gone. The extensive search efforts were conducted in the rugged terrain around her home, involving law enforcement, FBI card team, volunteers, search dogs, helicopters, fixed-wing aircraft. Despite all efforts, no significant clues about her whereabouts have been found. The case has drawn widespread media attention and sparked much speculation online, with theories ranging from abduction to her parents. However, there is still nothing on this case. Summer's parents, Don Wells and Candace Bly, they have been public, especially the first couple years of Summer going missing, doing many interviews. They continue to maintain their belief that she was abducted. Law enforcement has stated that everyone in the family is a person of interest, but no suspects have been named. Current status, the case remains unsolved, and Summer is still classified as missing. Authorities say they continue to investigate leads and encourage anyone with information to come forward. Now, it's no secret what I believe in this case. I think 99% of you in here probably you say that you're familiar with this case. I believe at the end of the day, there is 2 to 3 people that know what happened to Summer Wells. And sorry, I believe that her parents know. So Dawn and Candace are allegedly not together at this time. They have been allegedly broke up for the past month or so. Dawn saying they didn't find Rose Bly either. Yes, they haven't. Candace, Summer Wells' mother, has a sister missing. I think it's unrelated, though. I still carry her photo in my wallet. Wonder if they do. No. Doubt it. Doubt it. Doubt it. Yeah. Yep. They are not together. As of, I think Ben Hill knows, but that one neighbor. I personally, when it comes to this case, I don't feel like anyone, this is just my opinion. I don't feel like anyone else is involved. I don't think any neighbors whatsoever are involved. Whether that be Andy, Fred, Jody, Sue. I think they're all, most of them down there are wackadoodles. Do I still have the video for the sale video? I don't have that. Don is busy stealing panties. Well, you guys know that, they got in a fight about a month or so ago. Don tried to run Candace over. I think Cher talked about that as well. And they don't have that old Subaru anymore. I believe those two is neighbors, knows exactly what happened this summer. So is this allegedly a parent thing? I mean, I believe so. They live in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I mean, he tried to unalive Candace by running her over. And he got hurt. He didn't go to the hospital because he didn't want to go to jail. So he laid up on the hill for a week or so. Oh, they've always cheated on each other. It's was she injured? No, she's not. She's not injured. But that makes me feel like the day Summer went missing, as you know, Candace was with Hunter that day, and I don't feel like Don was at work. I think he was back at the house, and whenever Hunter said they were in the Walgreens line, he said Candace told everybody to be quiet because Don's calling. And I feel like Don got jealous, and when Candace got home, they got in a fight, and something very, very similar happened to what has recently happened. That, Don could have, backed up, hit her, and freaked out. I think there's a lot of very strange people on that road. Lots of criminal and drug activity and all of that. But I don't think anyone else is involved. I think they've made some crazy ass decisions. I agree, Whistle. I agree. There's nothing that will ever convince me otherwise. We're going to play some old things that's going to remember, that's going to rehash some stuff.
No, the day I was fired, I was fucked off because you fired me for something you did after I cleaned the house out. You trashed it. You pulled some child shit. What, you forgot? What about that weekend? You were supposed to come to work with me, and I went there and did all that, put, 5 buckets of mud on that weekend, that one day, and you didn't even go in Sunday, and then Summer's up missing, and you sit on the tub looking dumbfounded as hell like you lost your best friend. What really happened, Don? Yeah. Did you bury her in the damn wall in that house? Wow.
Now, that's Dudley. He worked with Don, and Dudley is a criminal himself, and there's things that Dudley says that I believe, there's things that I say that I don't believe, but I do believe Don was sitting in that bathtub looking like he lost his best friend. Now, Don, in my opinion, is a pervert at the very least. We have police reports of him breaking in women's homes and stealing their panties while they sleep. And he's just really bad news. Just really bad news.
He didn't even go in Sunday, and then Monday he sit in the tub. That's the 14th. Mark, is it?
Oh, that wasn't it. That's not the one I wanted.
And nothing. The mud that was still left over, 2 buckets was still.
Now, there was CPS calls. There was multiple CPS. Very similar in the Sebastian Rogers case. Now, Don said that CPS cleared the case up the day before Summer went missing, less than 24 hours before Summer goes missing. I'm not so sure about that. These kids literally lived in filth. Not about being poor, because they technically weren't poor. They didn't live financially in poverty. Don made good money. They didn't live in financial poverty. But just because you financially make money doesn't mean it goes to your home, your family, your kids. It went down their trap and up their nose, and they just lived in squalor.
You know, you can't find her right away or whatever, just to make sure, call 911. And when I got off the phone with her, as soon as she hung up, I called 911 from where I was at, and they had to switch me over from the 911 operator to the 911 operator in August County.
Now, they did not call the 911 originally. From what? Oh, he a drinker, Christine? He still is a drinker. Yes. Oh, Gail, get some rest, lovely. And there's so many similarities between Summer's case and Sebastian's case. Again, Dad said he was at work. I'm not so sure about that. Mom was at home. And there was these non-911 calls, and then there was some 911 call from Candace, and Don said they had to switch him over. The 911 calls have never been released.
And I flew home as fast as I could.
Right.
And then when I got there, I drove straight to the bottom property, just because I know I have a good view of the hill, and I seen my neighbor to the left of me. I seen all three of my boys to the right of me together, like I told them, always be together if you're going to be out off the hill anyway. And when I seen that they were down on the bottom property, basically looking around, and she wasn't on top of the hill, I figured she wasn't there. You know, and then that's when it got real crazy. I drove up to the top of the hill, and there was like 1 or 2 police cars there at that time. And of course, they're questioning us. They're doubting.
They're questioning us. They're doubting. You let that slip right there.
In my heart right then that she was taken.
So he just got home. He felt like his daughter was taken. They live on a mountain in a dead-end road, 1-lane road. I've been there many times, and nobody is going on that road to kidnap this child. They're just not.
What were they doubting?
Well, I was trying to tell them that I don't think she's here. I think she's been taken, because if she wouldn't leave the top of the hill, she wouldn't leave.
Anybody that you mean to tell me my daughter is missing? Yeah, exactly. Justin, do you think it's possible that CPKP saw coverage of Summer's case? I mean, I think if it was planned, it's possible, but I think it's highly unlikely. Just my opinion.
Leave from around the house. I had her pretty well. I mean, I showed all my kids videos on YouTube of because we got grizzly bears, we got wild dogs and other things, and so I was worried that so I showed them things to try to put a scare into them, not to wander off. And Summer would not wander off by herself. No way. No way.
So when Candace went down the first time, it sounds like she went looking for Summer.
She got in her mother's truck.
Did she go into the basement?
Well, yeah, she looked all over it first, of course.
And that's when she called you.
Yeah, when she couldn't find her right away, she called me.
Okay, I can't remember. I've got his birthday here somewhere, but he's definitely a teenager. She was barefoot. Yes, she was barefoot.
Door open?
Which, to be honest with you, I understand more Summer being barefoot than I ever do Sebastian, because Summer was a country girl. And if you've seen the way that the kids had to dress themselves, they would, they were like, some of them were like 9, 8, 9 years old, and they would be wearing adult shoes and adult clothes. Very, very sad. Very sad. And the only thing that I can take out of all of this that has been positive, in my opinion, is that those boys now have a good life. Not a sheet on their bed. Nothing. Not a pillow on their bed. Nothing.
Open or closed, if you remember? Was it locked?
Hey,
Well, I wasn't there, and we try to keep that basement door locked.
Okay, because people have said
So I've
that
told the boys to
you're
keep
the only
locked,
one with
just
the
leave them
key.
wide open all the time.
Right, but people have said you're the one.
No,
Go ahead.
there is no key to the basement door. I think we lost that.
Okay, what
We
about
just
the
locked
dead? What about the deadbolt, brother?
Well, we just lock the regular lock. We don't lock. Well, we'll lock the deadbolt if we're in the house. We can lock the deadbolt from the inside.
The parents never used the bottom. They always went upstairs and went out, according to Don. There's just no way, in my opinion, this child was abducted by anyone. Lots of similarities. But you have, Don and Candace, and Don, listen, I give him credit where credit is due. He's a hard worker. But they lived in squalor. And then you have, Edgar and KK over here, and they live very nice, very clean, hardworking people again. But their cases are very, very similar.
On the basement, we use the upstairs door if we're going somewhere or whatever, and lock that one.
Okay, that morning when you woke up to go to work,
Right.
was that door opened or closed, or locked or open?
I assume it was locked because we locked the doors.
So that door was locked that morning, according to Don. Do they still live there? Dawn is living there. Candace hasn't lived there in a month. They are currently split up after Dawn tried to unalive her recently, and totaling the car, really, really hurting himself. And from now, what I understand, he has a new girlfriend up there.
Not,
Okay, so at some point then, if you're assuming it was locked that morning, which way did you go out that door, or did you go back out through the kitchen to go to work?
I go upstairs and go to the kitchen to get in my truck and head to work.
Okay, so you go to work, but that day you didn't take your truck, right?
Yeah, I've used the Subaru the day before.
Now listen to this. People miss this. He says he used the Subaru a day before, which is what Dudley always said. It's what Dudley always said. Yeah, they did know their daughter's birthday. Didn't know Summer's birthday. It's coming up, Dawn, just so you know. Coming up, Candace, just so you know. It probably is Spirit. Wouldn't surprise me.
I had fired Dudley because I was sure he was on.
And listen, I am glad Candace is away from Dawn. I really am. I'm glad she is away. Because when Candace is away from Dawn, she does better. Candace has been cleaning for a while for some families, and from what I understand, she's staying with one of the families.
On meth and acting all crazy and stuff. I mean, just out of his mind. And I even looked on YouTube as to how people act when they're on meth, and he fit every single one of them.
It's Don, for some reason, doesn't like people to talk about his math problems. He is very judgmental with people with math. Yet he's allegedly does it.
Oh, Don, dude,
Well,
come on, man. You've seen 1,000 people on meth, bro. You don't have to look on
Well,
YouTube
yeah,
for that one, buddy. Come on. That's like a cop looking around for donuts in a donut shop and not knowing what they look like. Come on.
You hear me? Hey.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, what are we laughing about? Hey, I don't deal with meth.
No, I didn't say you. I said
You've seen meth. You've seen people on meth
you've
before.
seen people on meth. I mean, it's kind of crazy to look on YouTube. So that, and what I said, yeah, go ahead.
Well, you tend to forget after a while, you know, unless it's something.
Remember, there is a 911 call. There is a 911 call that Candace is on the phone with 911, and you hear Summer in the background screaming, Mommy, help me," from her dad. And Candace says, did Daddy hurt you or Donnie hurt you or something like that? And then she says, he hurt my daughter, or he tried to hurt my daughter. And the 911 caller says, he tried to hurt your daughter?
You're dealing with all the time, you forget little things like that. But I knew he was out of his damn mind and saying all kinds of crazy stuff, and he couldn't do his job. And anyway, I don't want to talk about that dude. Anyway,
okay. All right, that's fine.
It's been proven that he just got busted, you know, for all the charges he's got. That's
Right.
all I know.
All drugs, no problem. So let's get back to you decide to take the car that day.
I took it the day before, I think, because I've been driving my truck for a long time. We went through this already.
The day
I just wanted to
before.
put some miles on the Subaru. So.
Oh, okay, so
The day before. He took that Subaru the day before. Okay, if you please. Okay. Candace went from Summer went missing from the basement. Candace went from Summer went missing from the basement. If she is taking from outside, then she would have been seen walking down the road. Go figure. Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. I'm going to show you guys that 911 call in just a second.
you wanted to drive the Subaru and you loaded it up with all your stuff.
The day before, and the day before, we had actually had a welfare case where somebody called and said I was letting the kids run around with loaded guns, which was totally idiotic and stupid. So they closed that case the day before. That night, about 7 p.m., they was out there and closed the case. And the very next day, Summer come on missing. But anyway, back to what you're saying.
No, that's fine. So somebody had snitched you off that there was a CPS problem of some sort?
No, they said we was letting the kids run around with loaded guns.
Okay. Well, and CPS worked through that. We don't need to talk about that stuff.
Yeah, they closed that case the day before.
Okay, that's cool. So let's go back to that morning. What time do you wake up?
As soon as the sun hits me, I don't set an alarm away just in case, you can't find her right away or whatever, just to make sure, call 911. And when I got off the phone with her, as soon as she hung up, I called 911 from where I was at, and they had to switch me over from the 911.
Okay. All right. Now I want to show you this. This is very similar in Sebastian's case.
I mean,
This is, we would have seen her, we would have heard her, just like Dawn.
she was putting a knee brace. Candace was putting a knee brace on her when Candace come in the house. You know, she asked the boys where she was, and she said downstairs. And that's when she never seen her after.
We never seen her, she never seen her after that. Right? Again, Dawn says he was at work. We never seen her. We never seen her. She never seen her. It's very bizarre.
That house. You know, she asked the boys where she was, and she said downstairs. And that's when she never seen her after that. From that point on, she's been gone.
I just want to clarify before we move past that, because people are going to say Illinois. I thought she was in Wisconsin.
They lived in.
So that's one. I want to show you guys. There is so much to this case, just like
And like maybe her mouth was covered, and she probably couldn't breathe, and she probably was able to get out a scream or something like that in terror, kind of scream. And so, yeah, that's horrible.
this is how he talks about his missing daughter on literally hour 3. We all did, Sajiva. It was crazy. Literally on hour 3. He said we'll see her in the resurrection. He constantly talked about what may be happening to her. She might be, God forbid, just horrible things.
Heard some screams. Yeah,
I think I played that.
Yeah, she was up there outside, just across from us, and she heard some really weird screams before they heard us screaming for Summer, and that still haunts her. She's still haunted by all that. And
so the neighbor says before Summer was reported abducted that she heard some screams.
The kitchen to go to work.
I go upstairs and get meth and acting all crazy.
Come on. That's like a cop looking around for donuts in a donut.
He did not like that. He did not like that at all. I'm going to play that 911 call here shortly. It's really bad.
First thing that's going to run through any person's mind. But if you allow the system to put them in prison, there's no worse place. Death is better than prison. Okay, you have to be in prison or have been there to understand that death is better than prison.
Death is better than prison, he says. Now, think about that. Don was asked, what do you think should happen to the person who did this to your daughter? Should they go to prison? And that's when he replied, oh man, I don't know about that. I've been to prison. Oh, we got some breaking news. That's awesome. All right. Got a little breaking news here. Breaking news. The House passed the Laken-Riley Act, sending the immigration-related bill to President Trump's desk. in what is poised to be the first legislative victory since returning to the White House this week. That is wonderful. As you know, Laken Riley was unalived by a unregistered immigrant who has been kicked out of the country repeatedly, and that's wonderful. Thank God for that.
What kind of questions were they asking you, Don? Help me understand that so I know what frame of mind they were in.
Well, at one point they told Candace, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. And they kind of, the TBI, says, we want to know what you did with your daughter or something like that. And Candace went off and told them, F you. She had tears in her eyes. And she just pretty much, go to hell, F off. I mean, and they just like shook their head like, that's the kind of the response we was looking for, kind of thing like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How did you respond? Did you hear that question?
No, they had me somewhere else that question me. Like I said, I think it's kind of keeping us apart.
So
they asked Candace, what did you do with your daughter? How about, just craziness. This might be it.
Only do I know that there's a third victim.
They're both live.
No, there's a third victim statement. They read you 3 statements, Don.
Okay, then what does the third victim statement say?
It basically says the same thing that you caused this young lady.
No, it doesn't.
Well, you didn't let me finish. Okay, Don. Okay, I don't know.
So,
surprise!
Smiley.
Surprise! Here we are now.
Only do I know that there's a third victim.
Is Smiley in here?
They're both live.
This is an old short.
No, there's a third victim statement. They read you 3 statements, Don.
What's breaking news?
Okay, then what does the third victim statement say?
It basically says the same thing that you caused this young lady.
No, it doesn't.
Well, you didn't let me finish. Okay, Don. Okay, I don't know.
She came forward.
Surprise! Surprise! Here we are now.
That's an old short of mine. I love when Smiley did that. I clipped that. Smiley, surprise. Here we are now. Someone said there was more breaking news. I don't know. I'm trying to find that 911 call I have. Right here somewhere. There is maybe, is that it? No. I got it somewhere. I know I do. It's got to be here somewhere. This is when Dawn, y'all, this is when Dawn, when Summer, she had been missing 4 days. 4 days. And I call this the eulogy because I believe, this is just my opinion. Smiley, did you see it? Did you see the surprise? That's an old short of mine. I call this the eulogy because I do believe Dawn was asking for forgiveness right there.
Before we close our prayer vigil and start our Sabbath school classes, I wanted to give you one last chance if anybody wanted to pray. I can bring the mic to you, or you can come up on the platform. Don, do you want to say some words? Okay.
Dear Lord God, all respect and love, we thank you for everything. God. Just pray that you'll please forgive us our sins and help us carry on and let us all give our lives to you, God, in every way. Let me carry my cross from here on out, Lord. We thank you, God, for everything. In the name of Jesus Christ, please watch over Summer. She's been the light of my life for 5 years. I thank you for that, God. In the name of Jesus Christ, we thank you, Father. Amen.
Damn, I have to have.
Before we close our prayer vigil and start our Sabbath school classes, I wanted to give you one last chance if anybody wanted to pray. I can bring the mic to you, or you can come up on the platform. Donna, do you want to say some words? Okay.
Okay, here it is. I found it. Finally. Thank God. Okay. I want to show y'all this. This is the 911 call. The full 911 call. I need to turn off the music 1 second because it might be a little low.
He's out of control. My husband is out of control. Okay. Has he hit you or anything? No, not. He threw me down, but it's okay. Okay. What is your name? Davis Drive.
He threw me down, but it's okay.
What's your callback number? 423, I'll be able to do that. The internet. Please send somebody out. Are there any weapons involved? Green Hill Road. Are there any weapons involved?
Molly, Jonathan's backstage.
A 22 he has locked in the safe. Now remember, he's a felon. He's not allowed to have weapons.
There is a gun in the house. Did it say the safe is locked out? Okay. Okay, what is his name?
You're going to hear Summer. You can hear Don in the back.
Are you there? Yes, I'm here. What caused him to act like this? He thinks that I'm fucking another guy and I'm not. Okay.
She asked what caused him to act like this. She says he thinks I'm effing another guy and I'm not.
All right. Is there any way that you can separate well, I can't take it anymore. Are you there? Yes, I'm here. Is there any way you can separate yourself from him until we can get officers there? I can try to. You're gonna call the cops on me? Yeah. Because you're being an asshole.
Don starts hitting himself here.
And now he's pushing himself in the face.
What's sad is you hear Summer here.
You don't love me, no, it's not. Because you don't know nothing I say. Yes, I do. No. So you're gonna call the cops on me?
So you're gonna call the cops on me, he says.
I'm talking to police right now. Please leave me alone.
Yummy, boo.
I don't know what to do. Okay, have you all been drinking tonight? A little bit, yes, ma'am. Okay. Hey, we're running out the door like a dead stick and he's leaving. Okay, and he's leaving. What's he wearing? Well, I'm not sounding really hard for that. What he's wearing.
Shut up. Shut up. Delphi conviction overturned. Another person confessed. Shut up. Oh my God.
I know that the way you put the lead. I'm gonna talk to all of you. What about yourself? What about myself? I ain't doing nothing. Beat the fuck up. I ain't not beat up the fuck up you did not. I still got black eyes. There's no black eye. Really? Nice try. You still can feel that shit on my leg.
I think they're trying to overturn it from what cites alleged errors in Delphi. He's filing a motion for the judge to vacate conviction. Delphi defense filing includes alleged confession from inmate. Alleged confession.
I was trying to read up a bunch of shit. Look at my fucking move, man. See that shit on my leg? He was driving a lawnmower the other day and put over on him. Now he's trying to blame me for doing it. Okay, does anybody need an ambulance? No, nobody needs an ambulance. Okay, don't. And he put himself in the face, so he'll need an ambulance.
It's a push. It hasn't happened.
Okay, I'm gonna keep you on the phone until they get there. Okay. I'll wait right here. Okay, just stay on the phone with me. It's not even like that. It's not even like that. You can't fucking put the end of anything. Who said that? No. Because you answered it, I fucked it when I did. Yes, you did. You called me and said, wow. I said, Jose and Amber. Which I never heard that part. No, because you never heard what you wanted to hear, right? Always. You left it open for me to think. No, I did not.
I don't think it's Ron Logan personally, but yeah, me too, Angie.
So now, I don't know, he took off, I guess. Are you there? Hello? I'm still here, hold on just a minute. He's trying to make it like I did everything to him and I ever did nothing. I got fucking big wild bruise on my leg from him throwing me down.
She said she had a big bruise on her leg.
My kids are. Are you still there?
Here it is. It's coming right here.
Okay. Is there any way you can separate yourself from him until they get there? I'm gonna talk to her. Now he's calling me a top power and I'm gonna go to jail. It ain't good thing in the dispute. That's all it was. We didn't even fight. And now he's in my face saying, he didn't fight nobody, all this other shit. We're not fighting.
have disagreement. That would do it. Now you're going to call the cops on us. Sorry, Linda, I am exactly what it's like. You're out of control. Is that your car? Pardon me, it's so crazy. I'm sitting here and no, but I just see what it's like. I thought we was going to work with it was fine. And the thing was fine is you still what you said. What I said. Now you guys dumb.
Exactly.
What's your name? Screaming the sheriff from somewhere. That's all for sure. Well, what if they have to? Yeah, you can say hi, man. I'm good, man. Well, I'm trying to read what I haven't done nothing wrong. Well, well. Okay. I don't know if
Here you can't anymore. A lot of times the state will pick them up regardless. Oh, absolutely.
I'm not doing nothing wrong, man. I understand. I just need to keep you on the phone until I can get there to you. He's out there punching up the face and making himself all bruised up and bloody right now to him, and I'm not. I'm in the other room, not in the next room. Just stay where you're at. If he comes back in there, just don't talk to him. No, okay, I need you to try to separate it until they can get there to you. Why and Will are right here next to me and making food that I have not touched them.
That's how Candace talks.
Are you there? Yeah, I'm still here. Hello? I'm still here. My phone fell off the way.
Getting there, Linda. I don't think it's yet. I don't think it's. It's not.
And I've been trying to be good, doing what's right. They all let them. He's trying to blame it for everything. It's just something different. If you heard something different, I told that man the truth, and he refuses to believe anything I say. Are you there? Yeah, I'm here. Did you know what happened? Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
I think it's right here.
No, I told him, I said, Jose was here and a friend of mine, Alan, was here. I told him that on the phone and he refused to believe me. But now he took off out there. I don't want to fucking that. He's been drinking and eating off. And you don't know what he's wearing? And he's wearing a gray shirt and some blue jeans. Okay. My phone's picture diet at 1%. He keeps coming back and he keeps coming back with his foot in my face. Okay, just stay on the phone with me as long as you can. I'm trying to. I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, I think we're getting close to
I
where
don't
some.
want to go to jail.
I don't want to go to jail.
He went for 4 fucking months straight, not being able to take care of all the kids.
She said he worked for
What
4.
was his name? Donald Well.
He worked.
He was the going? I don't know. I don't know where he goes. When he goes, he just goes. Okay. He just disappears into John City to the crack man and all kinds of shit.
He disappears and goes to the crack man and all this shit.
They're getting close. They're coming as fast as they can. Well, I can do this. We're going to talk to them. Okay. Hi.
Yeah, fine, Summer. She's with her employer. Listen,
Don't hurt me.
don't hurt me.
No, it's not.
I believe Don right here is hurting her.
So when are you going to spring this on me now? I haven't sprung nothing on you, Donnie. I told you to, and you don't believe me. No, you don't. You just turn it away.
No, Candace. Candace is fine, Summer. I don't know about Grandis.
No. No, I'm saying it's out. I don't know what Alex. I didn't know. She was here with him. No, you don't do nothing I say. Didn't want to run. That's what a uniform is. You still not sleep. Still, it's still on. It's not. No, you are for the last time. I'm to record eyes with you, you might tell me. I'm done. No, I know. No, it's not. Bullshit. No, you want to say that, but that's fine.
This is it, Allie.
Everything's fine. Sorry to be honest with you. And you're gonna hate me.
Thank you, Mama.
Are you there? No. Where's he at? No, he's in the other room telling me that he's gonna take kids and all that. He's begging me to stop calling y'all and all this stuff.
Because we're having this. This is the last and
No, it's not.
This is
No,
it.
it's really not. I'm too waiting for something I didn't do. You do that, I told you. No, I told you
yeah, I never forget who it is.
Yeah, he was not sure. I said, yeah, of course you're going to stick up for you.
I tried calling you a million times.
Oh, yeah.
So what was that? Swifty. So what was we thinking when he was in Utah? The mother with another man, huh? See? You should have said yes.
Of course it is, because you're going to stick up for you no matter what it is. No, that's a lie. No, this one's a possible here.
Hopefully, she'll stay away from him. Because if not, one of them eventually is going to do something to the other.
One phone's dying. Okay, just stay on the line as long as you can. It's at 15%. Okay. Shit. I'm sorry.
Here it is. You hear Summer.
My leg hurts. You said your leg hurts? I'm not too bad. Do what? That looks bad. Okay, you don't need an ambulance? No, I don't need a medical assessment. Okay. It's just a stuffed up place. No, you don't say it. Really try to hurt someone. No, no. Yes, I do. You hear me? What? Ma'am, are you still there? Yeah, I'm here. What's going on? Are you there? Yeah, I'm here. This is with my daughter. Okay, just hurt your daughter? Yeah, I took my daughter's photo. Okay.
Hold on. What did she say?
Yeah, I took my daughter's Snuggle. Yeah, I took my daughter's Snuggle.
You know what she says there? You know what she says there? Yeah, he took my daughter's.
Yeah, I took my daughter's Snuggle. Okay. They took a trip. Okay. Yeah.
No, it's not Snuggle.
No. Yeah. How many days do they get here? They're coming as fast as they can. They're getting close to you. Okay. Johnny told my mom that he had to leave, and she had to leave, and she's been here for over a year. She's outside fighting. Johnny's outside fighting with my best friend. Okay, he's outside fighting with somebody? With my friend, yeah. Okay.
Oh, you know what? It might be Snuggles because Dawn, trigger warning, Dawn actually took the cat and really did something bad to it while that was going on. I think you're right. Snuggles.
Okay, you're sure he's outside fighting with him? I can't do anything about it.
I don't think DC. I don't think that's what it was.
How many cops are coming? There's a couple of them coming. They're getting close to you. How many coming?
It's almost done.
They're all fighting out in my mom's camper. Okay. They're in the camper? And I think somebody just walked off the driveway real fast. Okay.
Fighting in my mom's.
Johnny left because he's going to get arrested. He knows it. He left, but he'll be back. I don't want to let that back. Okay, do you know which direction he went? I don't know what direction.
He got arrested, Norma.
No. Is he still outside? There's cars coming in the valley. I don't know. Okay, that's going to be my officers. I need you to stay inside until they get there. Yeah, I'll look there right here. Okay, just stay on the phone with me. Yeah.
Summer went missing like 9 months later. All the kids.
Okay, they're there. Just stay in the house until they come to the door to get you, okay? Yeah, they're coming to the front door. Okay, just okay, that'll be my officers. Okay, go out and go talk to them.
Very sad. And you can hear Summer on that. It's very, very sad. Summer has been missing as long as she's almost been, as long as she was on the planet. Very, very sad. Very sad. Yeah, he got in trouble there, thank God. And all that. So I want to talk briefly about a case just to bring you guys some awareness to it. I hope to have the family on soon. It's a case again out of Tennessee, and let me Jennifer Wicks. She was a 21-year-old woman and her 2-year-old daughter, who went missing quite a while ago. Let me pull it up here. Bear with me. There's been a little bit of news breaks on this case. It's been cold for quite a while. 20-year cold case. It lets you know that never to lose hope.
It is a mystery that dates back 2 decades, 20 years. A young mother and her 2-year-old daughter vanish in Robertson County without a trace.
But in the last several months, new leads have accelerated the search for Jennifer and Adriana Wicks. In an exclusive report, Fox 17 News' Kelly Avellino is speaking with family members who believe that they could be close to finding the truth.
I mean, Adriana was just it. Like, that was her whole life. I took this picture right here.
Casey Robinson's memories of her big sister Jennifer and tiny niece Adriana are fragmented because of the trauma of their disappearance when Casey was just 16.
I spent all of that time with Jennifer and Adriana.
That time together in Springfield would shift after Jennifer met Joey Benton.
Can you imagine going missing at 20 with your 2-year-old daughter? There's probably going to be an arrest.
Her baby soon moved in with Joey and his parents. But in March of 2004, Jennifer called her mother distressed, describing an intense argument between her and the Bentons.
Adriana was in the other room. She could hear her crying and screaming in the background.
The next day was the last anyone would ever hear from Jennifer.
The last thing she said to me was, "I'll call you tomorrow. I love you."
Joey Benton and his parents weren't answering the phone.
I just remember everyone in my family panicking.
Until finally, Casey reached him.
He says, "I don't know where she is. We broke up. I dropped her off at the gas station."
Joey Benton told Casey that someone in a white car picked up Jennifer and Adriana, not giving a specific description. The Robertson County Sheriff's Office searched the Benton property, but never officially named any suspects. For the next 2 decades, despite relentless searching, prayers, and even confrontations with Joey Benton and his father, Joe.
I miss them both. And
in my opinion, Joey Benton and his father, no.
Patience with Joey Benton.
These two right here.
And his father, Joe.
I miss them both. And I would do anything to know where she was at.
We done everything we could for a year to try to help find Jennifer. And we just don't know where Jennifer is.
There have been few reported developments until this past March.
20 years to the day that we reported Jennifer and Adriana missing.
Law enforcement raided the Benton home.
We didn't know what they would find.
67-year-old Joe Benton Sr. is now facing more than 40 charges for unlawful possession.
He didn't age well.
Of dozens.
I think that's what happens to a lot of people whenever they have to hold that in 20 years.
Of weapons, explosives, and sexual exploitation of a minor after a 20-year-old picture was discovered. None of those charges are directly related to Jennifer and Adriana's case, but Casey believes this could lead to answers and has met with the district attorney.
The charges that are being handed down are big, and it could potentially be used as leverage in our case.
In the months
This is, I mean, look how beautiful these two are, and they should be alive, happy, and free. And this is one of those cases where everyone knows, but there's
that followed a startling
nothing.
180 turn. Casey says Joey agreed to meet.
And he told a different story, and that everything that he had told the first time to me on that first phone call was a lie.
But she wouldn't share details, fearing it could compromise the investigation, which was reclassified as a homicide in 2013.
Yes, it's about what happened to them that day.
Casey says she was also given other critical information.
That their remains could be somewhere local. And that was the first time in 20 years that
their remains are could be somewhere local.
Jennifer and Adriana were referred to by their family as remains.
Casey tells me her family, along with investigators, dug in multiple wooded areas in Robertson County over the last month, but nothing has surfaced yet.
I feel like we're getting closer.
Since Casey began producing a podcast documenting her search called Missing in Hushtown, some have opened up with new information.
They're coming forward because they know how close we are.
But still, others remain silent.
We've had a lot of people throughout this process come forward and talk to me privately and say, I wish I could tell you what I know, but I'm too scared.
Some of her leads, like that.
Casey says she still talks to her sister every day, unwavering in her determination to find Jennifer and Adriana.
Show me a sign. Lead me to where you're at.
I did reach out twice to the Benton family and didn't get a response for this story. Casey's podcast, Missing in Hushtown, is launching this August 16th. That's Jennifer's birthday. I'm Kelly Avellino for Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
So there's that. Now, recently, 2 weeks ago, there was a interview with Jennifer's sister that we just saw there.
Evening, so that's March 26th. I go over to my aunt's house that Friday evening, so that's March 26th. Whenever they found out we were calling around looking for her, and I can go into, if you like, what their story is. Yep, go right ahead. If that's cool, because it kind of ties in with the Friday, March 26th, and the income tax refund. Absolutely. Go right ahead. Yep. So we reported Jennifer and Adriana missing on Saturday. So the last point of contact with anyone in our family was Thursday. And according to the Benton family, their last point of contact was Friday morning. Because he says after they got into an argument, he came home from work that day, they got into an argument, decided to break up. And after this breakup, Jennifer says, take me into Cross Plains. And for whatever reason, he doesn't know, but he says he just did go over.
So, I hate Facebook sometimes why it does that. Okay, bear with me for 2 seconds. I just dropped the full interview of that. By the way, so her name is Jennifer Kathleen Wicks, W-I-X, 21 years old, and her 2-year-old daughter, Adriana Hope Wicks. They went missing in Cross Plains, Tennessee on March 25th, 2004. Their case, as of now, remains unsolved today. The circumstances in the disappearance have raised many questions over the years. Jennifer and Adriana was last seen at their home of Jennifer's boyfriend, at the home of Jennifer's boyfriend, rather, Joey Benton in Cross Plains, Tennessee. Jennifer reportedly had a disagreement with Joey before she and Adriana went missing. I think we're finally close to getting this solved. Joey Benton claimed he dropped Jennifer and Adriana off at the gas station near Interstate 65. Who drops your 21-year-old girlfriend and a 2-year-old off in the early morning hours of March 25th, 2004? There's been no confirmed sightings of that, though, and there has been no confirmed sightings of them since. Jennifer's family did not believe she had willingly left, as she was a devoted mother and had very close ties to her family. She would have just called her family. The investigation efforts, the Benton family property was searched multiple times over the years, but no significant evidence has ever been uncovered that we're aware of. Law enforcement has not publicly named any suspects, but it's kind of one of those open secrets about Joey Benton. He's faced a lot of scrutiny due to the enormous amount of inconsistencies of his account. Jennifer Wicks is a 5'4" tall Caucasian female, approximately 135 pounds at the time of her disappearance. She had brown hair and hazel eyes. Adriana Wicks, Caucasian, 3 feet tall, about 25 pounds at the time, and blonde hair and blue eyes. The current status remains unsolved and are still listed as missing, and law enforcement continues to pursue leads. Their family continues to advocate for justice. I do want to show you a photo here of the two. Why did it not do that? It's so bizarre. Okay. Maybe I can do it like this. This is Jennifer Wicks, and wherever Jennifer is, I'm sure the daughter is as well, Adriana. Recent developments: in March of 2024, on the 20th anniversary of her disappearance, authority executed a search warrant at the home of Jennifer's former boyfriend, Joey Benton, on Owens Chapel Road in Springfield, Tennessee. During the search, law enforcement discovered a 20-year-old image of a child engaged in sexual activity, along with explosives and weapons. As a result, Joey's father, Joseph Benton Sr., was charged with unlawful possessions of weapons and sexual exploitation of a minor. While these charges are unrelated to Jennifer and Adriana's disappearance, the family hopes the development might lead to more information. In 2013, there was a reclassification, a case reclassification. The Robertson County Sheriff's Office reclassified the case as a homicide, indicating a shift in investigation approach. New investigative efforts. In February of 2023, a detective was assigned to the case, bringing renewed focus and hopes of progress. The TBI has confirmed that they are pursuing new leads and conducting search based on recent tips. Family's ongoing effort. Jennifer's family has been nonstop in the last 20 years. They continue to advocate. That's what family does, for answers and justice. They have organized events, maintained social media campaigns, and work closely with law enforcement to keep the case active in the public eye. The unwavering commitment underscores the enduring impact of Jennifer and Adriana's disappearance on their loved ones and their community. If you have any information about Jennifer or Adriana Wicks, you can call and or urged to call the TBI, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, 1-800-TBI-FINE. You can also call the Robertson County Sheriff's Office at 615-384-7971, 615-384-7971. Even the smallest piece of information could be crucial in bringing this case to a resolution. Let's see here. Crime Online recently did an update on, or a piece on this. In late March, Jennifer suddenly stops contacting her family. She usually speaks with her mother at least once a day, frequently staying in touch with other relatives. Adriana, too, had been sick all week. After 2 days without contact, Jennifer's family reports her missing. Again, it's just one of those cases where everyone knows, but there's just still not enough there. Yep. That case as well. The family, I'm gonna try to get them on soon. One of my mods knows the family, and hopefully we're gonna start covering this case a little bit more consistently. So I will let y'all know in that. How long did it take for them to run? Was the boyfriend the father? Yes, the boyfriend is the father. Hey, R. Taylor, good to see you, my dear. Yes, he is. And I think he knows it's coming. It's better late than never. They need to be recovered. Jennifer and Adriana. Two senseless. Oh, not Karen? I thought he was. Hold on 1 second. Are you sure? No, he's not. Sorry. I apologize. He's not. Let's see here. I'm typing. I'm asking someone here something. It's gonna be. He's not the pilot. How long had they been together? Oh, they were okay. That's right. Okay, I'm getting something confused. They were only together like maybe 6 months. It was kind of a toxic relationship the entire time. You're right. Yeah. They were only together like 4 months or 6 months, something like that. And it was pretty toxic. Very toxic. It's amazing. Just amazing. These people lose their cool like this. Guys, I will be back at around 8 p.m. Eastern time. That'll be we'll be talking about Sebastian Rogers case. This happened in 2004. So we're gonna stay up to date on this, and we'll see. I think it's going to come to a resolution soon. Yeah, it's Tennessee. Yep, absolutely is Tennessee. It's crazy. Cross Plains, Tennessee. All right, guys, I'll see you guys at around 8 p.m. Eastern time. Yep, very close. Thank you all. Much love. Thank you all for hanging out with me. And I'll see you guys in about 2 hours from now. Much love to everyone. Thank you, Norma. Love you all. Appreciate you. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye-bye.